Today we are gathered here on the virtual platform of Google Meet. The topic of our today's webinar is career opportunity as a cyber security analyst. The guest speaker of our today's webinar is Mr. Mayank Pandya. He is a director and technical leader at Devam Technologies Vadodara. So, without any further delay, I would request to Mayank sir to start the session. Mayank sir, please begin the session.
Yeah, sure. Good afternoon, everyone, and very good day to all of you. So, as ma'am have informed, we are having this session regarding this career opportunities as a cyber security analyst. Okay. So, in current era, a number of things we have in mind regarding to the cyber security. Okay. Many things are there. It might be ethical hacking, it might be penetration testing, right? Number of other security areas. Okay, and there is this one position in industries which is highly in demand, or kind of a activity role specifically in terms of the cyber security. So that is known as cyber security analyst. Okay. See, job positions could be different as per the industry perspective. Okay, but name rather than the name or title. Okay, it is most important to know about what this position or what are the activities a respective professionals can do into the industries. Okay, and what are the benefit to become the security analyst, and how one can sharpen their skill sets and boost their career specifically in the security domain. So our today's discussion will be completely based on uh, the area related to cybersecurity analyst positions. Okay, what are the job profiles? What are the day-to-day activities? What are the skill sets required? How to become security analyst? Okay, what are the jobs current available in the market till now, or as on date, right? Future scope also, different other scopes in the domain of cybersecurity. That everything we are going to discuss in this part. Okay, so I would like to make this more interactive session. So many of you who joined using the other social media platforms, okay, if you have any query concern, you can straight away write your questions, so that at last in the question answer session we can take up your queries, okay, and address them. So first of all, the security domain, it is required the number of things. Okay, why we use the word cyber security? Okay, so before that we need to understand the cyberspace. So what is the cyberspace? Cyberspace is the global domain within the information environment, consisting of the interdependent network of information technology infrastructure, which includes the internet, telecommunication networks, computer systems, and embedded processors and controllers. Okay, on larger scale, these 3 to 4 lines we can consider, okay, in a single term, that is our communications which can transmitted over the communication media, or whatever the information can exchange, okay, in any form. Okay, so that entire space or entire environment required to be secure. So that is our cyberspace. So that is the core thing. Okay, so it covers all the areas. It covers the web technologies, it covers the internet, it covers the network infrastructure, telecommunication networks, each and everything in today's world. Okay, through which our communication can happen, or our data can be get transmitted, stored, right? Everything is included in that, in this part. So this ecosystem, we can call it as a cyberspace, and we require the security for our such intellectual properties. Okay, means mainly our data and network resources and assets in this domain. Now, as per the current, I mean today's topic, so we like to understand that what is the cybersecurity analyst. Okay, so cybersecurity analyst is a primarily responsible for protecting a company's network and systems from cyber attacks. Okay, so cybersecurity analyst is no like a magician, but it's like a normal human. Okay, but their professional attributes, or their professional work, or the primary responsibility, that is about to protect the any company's network and systems for from any possible cyber attacks. Okay, so this involves researching upcoming IT trends, creating contingency plans, reviewing suspicious activities, reporting security breaches, and educating the rest of the company on security measures. So how to secure? First of all, that people or that professionals required to understand that what are the current IT trends, what are the threat levels, what are the certain suspicious activities nowadays ongoing in cyber world, then what are the possible security breaches, or in case of anything identified, okay, they have to report them, and also required to educate the rest of the company employees, okay, in security measures. Because in company it is saying that security is the responsibility of everyone. Means not only this IT department is responsible to handle entire security, but it's a mutually responsibility of all the employees, or if any government organizations or whatever it is, or being a citizen also. Okay, so country level of security, we all are responsible to make our environment secure, right? So everyone has to play their role. So those who are not technical, then it is also the duty of security analysts to train them, to provide them basic education, right? And to specifically follow about the guidelines, policies, procedures, okay, so that any policy violations cannot be happen, which might breach the organization network or system data. Okay, so that is the cybersecurity analyst. Now, why the industry requires security analyst? Okay. So first of all, we need to understand the requirement regarding the cybersecurity analyst. So first thing is a security analyst is a trained cybersecurity professional who specializes in network and IT infrastructure security. Okay. See, IT infrastructure is a very giant word or huge word, I can say. Okay, which consists of almost everything in the IT domain. Okay, IT infrastructure means that not only network systems or not only servers, but we can consider all the web servers, even web technologies at certain level. These are all specific domain. But when we talk about IT infrastructure, then it's a very huge thing. Okay. So the cybersecurity analyst thoroughly understand the cyber attacks, malware, and the behavior of cyber criminals, and actively seeks to anticipate and prevent these attacks. See, nowadays you might have heard about the ransomware attacks, right? Ransomware is nothing but a kind of malware. Okay, many adware, spyware. There are a number of such malware attacks are nowadays industries are facing. So industry requires such professionals who have thoroughly understanding about all these level of cyber attacks, about all the uh, symptoms, or any understanding related to such viruses, malware, worms, etc. Right, and also they took active participate specifically to prevent such attacks. So cybersecurity analysts protect organizational infrastructure such as the computer networks and hardware devices from cyber criminals and hackers seeking to cause damage or steal sensitive information. Okay. So this is the primary purpose, and companies are nowadays day to day facing the security breaches. Okay, like currently, if you guys having some hobby to read out the technical news. Okay, so day before yesterday, I think maybe last week, I forgot exact date, but Nvidia, you might have heard about, that is the world's biggest graphics card manufacturer company, has been attacked by the global hackers. Okay, and number of damage has been done to that organization. Currently, let's say you might have heard about the news also that there is a conflict between Ukraine and Russia. In that also, there are a number of websites attacked by Russian hackers group specifically on the Ukraine. Even they literally target the infrastructure, IT infrastructure of the Ukraine, so that, right, and even the vice president or the deputy prime minister of that country have to take help from Elon Musk, okay, so that they can provide the Starlink, that direct satellite link connection, because of number of internet infrastructure towers has been destroyed. So quickly to restore the services, so satellite networks can be helping further. So this is the thing. So when your data or your mechanism is collapses, then number of things will be going to stop or stuck in somewhere. So the security analysts are having this knowledge, and they can help out the organizations, okay, specifically to prevent and protect their organizations from any such threat against criminals or hackers. Okay, so that is the reason industry require a security analyst in a larger number. Now, Other thing, that is the what does a cyber security analyst can do. Okay, we have seen that industry requires them and everything, but we need to understand that why, like what the exact activities they have to perform. Okay, so cybersecurity analyst protects the company hardware, software, and networks from the cyber criminals. Okay, so that is their prime duty they have to perform. The analyst's primary role is to understand company's IT infrastructure in detail. Means they should, first of all, they have to gather the information, like what are the uh, assets industry is having, right? That they need to identify first of all, means all the number of network connected devices, which might be laptop, desktop, servers, everything, right? Then uh, also they have to monitor all the real time traffics or ongoing activities, okay, about uh, any threats. Means for example, some virus have received in some file attachments, or someone trying to connect their live networks. Okay, so in that all mechanism, the alert has been raised by the security devices, so that need to be diagnosed by the security analyst, and that they have to report to the respective senior team or the management. Or rather than reporting, first of all, they have to take immediate strong actions to prevent such breaches. So that is the thing. Now also they have to evaluate the threats that could potentially breach the network. Okay, so the security analyst continuously looks for ways to enhance company network security and its sensitive information. So these are the some core things, but more in technical what they are doing. So let's see in the other slides. So the cybersecurity analyst is also responsible for configuring tools. Now, configuring tools means there are number of security tools used by the industries. Okay, and to configure them, it is required for security analysts also, that they can help the organization in number of ways. Let's say configuring tools, so this may come in the form of virus software, means antivirus software or total security, any password protectors, vulnerability management software. They will evaluate what the company needs and use these tools to protect its information, right? Second thing is about the reporting. Okay, so whatever the analysis is done, whatever the inputs they have taken from the various tools, now that should be report in, or it should be addressed appropriately. So the analyst will detail what is currently going on in the network and evaluate its strength. One of the skills needed is learning to read these reports. They will show what is well protected and indicate if there is any usual activity in the network, right? So for example, you have the usual traffic, and sometimes any irregular traffic or some irregular requests have been raised in the network environment, so that such reporting tools can report or raise alerts. So security analysts must have to understand and identify such things, and they have to address it appropriately, so that either they can diagnose whether it is uh, positive thing or whether it is some malicious activities ongoing. So accordingly they have to take the action. Third, that is about evaluate weaknesses. So no network is fully secure. Who are manufacturing these viruses, intrusion detection prevention systems, or let's say WAF, that is web application firewall. So any mechanism, right? But no organization is claiming that their products or their solutions are completely secure, right? Because there is any kind of possibility. Okay, it is nothing but simply like a datol. Okay, like in datol ad we can see that it can kill to 99.99% jumps, but still that there is a possibility of 0.1% jumps to be remains. So and same way in security also, it might be at least zero point 0.1 or 0.01% of chances are there. Either you can use any level of security device or security softwares. So that is the reason they mention that no network is fully secure, but the goal is to make it as secure as possible. Means we security analysts can try their level best to reduce the risk level in the organization as minimum as possible. So part of the job is to continuously test all company networks and find weaknesses before bad actors or external threats can compromise them. So security analyst is not a one-day duty; it's a continuous routine duties they have to perform on daily basis. Means in as per their work hours, that they continuously monitors, they continuously test, they continuously try to identify the weaknesses. Okay, and they have to patch them, or they have to take appropriate actions on them, so that no external hackers or any bad actors can compromise by using such vulnerabilities or weaknesses. So these are the core duties that have to be performed by the security analyst. Now, see why industry is looking for the large number of security professionals. This is some chart I am having, the old statistics, but like in current situation also you can relate that on a larger scale, right? Almost the last year data till the time, the cost for the cyber security that industries are looking forward to invest, that will be going to rise up by $6 trillion, okay, by 2021. This is the last year report or last year predictions, but currently, okay, they might have reached that, or now they have been going beyond. Okay, even entire Indian economy is, means as per the government, now they are looking forward to make India a 5 trillion dollar uh, economy. Okay, and this requirement is more than, or the investment in the security domain will be more than the entire Indian economy. Okay, so that is the thing, you can assume that what are the threats and what will be the new requirements upcoming in the nearby futures. Okay. So each and every organizations are looking forward that their infrastructure might have some security weaknesses, and they require to patch them. Okay, and obviously to correct them or to provide the security. Okay, it is not like they have to procure the firewall, deploy into the network environment, and they might say that now their infrastructure is secure. No. Okay, it requires human resource also, and that human resource means security professionals. So with various positions, it is not like only security analyst, but as per the industry requirement, there are various job positions also. Further in our slides, we can also discuss what are the job positions in security domain. Okay, so it is based on all the things, including the cyber security analyst positions also, or any security analyst positions. Okay, that requires into the organization, because industry is facing huge loss due to some major attacks. Okay, and that they wanted to control. Okay, and that is the reason there will be huge investment further and development further in this domain. Okay, now this slide is about the penetration testing, but security analyst, okay, position is relate with this profile pen testers, or they require some inputs from the pen testers as well, right? So industry required to perform the penetration testing. Once they finish the penetration testing, okay, what they identify and how this findings can help the security analyst further. So by performing the penetration testing, industry can come to know about the vulnerabilities of an information system which are going to be exposed, or which can be able to expose. Second, the facilitates the analysis of genuine risk, means they can identify what are the actual risk resides within their infrastructure. Third, it helps sustain the business continuity. Okay, industry can get benefit by identifying their weaknesses and when timely correct them. Decreases the possibility of real attacks, then protect staff, customers, and business partners. Obviously, nowadays number of network computers are, I mean, organizations share their information among the other partners as well on business terms, right? So this can also make security or provide the security to all the customers or the employees or other business partners as well, those who are associated with each other in business terms. Also helps to be compliant with, so any industry looking forward to get certification of ISO for their infrastructure, obviously the report of pen testing can help them further. or even for the PCI DSS. Like for the financial organizations, means those who are like banking firms or insurance organizations or e-commerce or many other, okay, where electronic transactions are going to be happen, right? So for all the industries nowadays, the PCI DSS compliance is mandatory to perform, right? So that implementation can also means pen testing implementation can further also help them to achieve the compliances in PCI DSS. Also, it increases know-how and facilitates analysis of the real attack. Means analyst can able to identify that what is the uh, root cause specifically for any weaknesses, and that they can identify in timely manner, and they can put their efforts to patch them or to eliminate them. And lastly, preserves the company reputation. So let's say Nvidia, again the example of Nvidia, right? It has a huge huge reputations, okay, brand name in this specifically segment in the business they are working in. But this kind of attack now can damage their reputations as well, right? So security analysis or security testing, okay, timely manner if it can occur, so that industry can identify the weaknesses or bugs or glitches resides within their infrastructure or any other resources, and that they can, eliminate them or reduce them, so that it can further preserve their reputations. Means they can intact their reputations in the market. After that, how to perform the security test. Okay. So number of things required to understand that to perform any security test, okay, certain scope must be identified. Means what exactly required to be tested, right? It could be web application penetration test, possible. It could be end user or social engineering attacks to test further. Okay, so what are the social engineering activities ongoing or based on the social media and other platforms where the number of information can be flowed. Okay, so identifying the weaknesses within them or the behavior of the people or the staff, right? That to be understand and apply control over them, right? Then DDoS and performance test means whether the infrastructure is capable enough to prevent against any distributed denial of services attack, or whether it can be impact on their network performance or not, right? Then about the network infrastructure test means required to check the network infrastructure is sufficient capable of handling any network related attacks. So obviously when we perform some test, then and then it can be able to identify that whether our infrastructure is capable enough or having proper strength or what are the weaknesses. Okay, so basically test means to identify strength or weaknesses in specific domain. Okay. Then external and internal network test. So network test can perform in both the manner. External means some external agencies or security analyst or consultant from other organizations or consulting company can evaluate them. Or internal means internal employees or the employees of the respective organization do perform internal tests to identify the weaknesses. So this both level they can be able to get testing performed, and they can able to know that whether they both are matching the same criteria, then it could be accurate. Then mobile application pen test, nowadays you can see there is huge demand for app development. Okay, whether it could be Android or iOS or any other infrastructure based. So in day-to-day life, okay, now we are touched with mobile rather than, I mean, more with the mobile rather than with any other laptop or desktop or any other computing devices. So our life is completely based on number of mobile app, so that we can use in day-to-day life. So it is also required to perform mobile application security test also, virtualization and system penetration test. Okay, that is also mandatory. And lastly, the database penetration testing. So these are all the various testing area which required to be get performed, so that analyst can get proper input to deal with them in further. Now, what are the ways to performing the test? Okay, or how to perform the security test? So let's say here we have seen the categories of scope. Okay, but uh, from where to start? okay, or what could be the starting point. Okay, so any security test is always begins or with specifically information gathering. What type of information gathering? So it could be about the technical areas which might be accessible in the public domain, means anyone can be able to identify the information simply by using or searching from Google or by various other links or implementing some whois query or ns lookup, right? So that information gathering, it could be done in both ways, active and passive, right? So information gathering is first step. Then about the analysis and plan means what are the further step. Okay, so proper planning and analysis required to accomplish. Then discovering the vulnerabilities, which is known as the vulnerability analysis, VA. This can help to identify any level of vulnerabilities, whether it could be the web application based, mobile application based, or network infrastructure based, or any other computing devices based, or cloud network based, right? Anything. So identifying that is also depends on the scope. Okay, so based on the scope, need to identify the vulnerabilities. Then it comes exploration, means once we identify the weaknesses, we can perform some security test or try to exploit them. Okay, once if you get succeeded in exploration, that means it is having the weaknesses, or we are certifying or we are validating that yes, this is the weakness that we need to resolve. Okay, so that is the exploitation. After that, it is coming about the gaining access. Gaining access means hackers can try to maintain gain the access, or they try to breach the authentication mechanism, or trying to capture the device control, right? So that is something related with the gaining access, so that they can do whatever they require from remotely, right? After that, privilege escalation, that means when some attacker capture the authentication or try to bypass the authentication and try to break in as normal user, but further they will try to escalate their privileges, means from normal user they will try to become as an administrator or try to become as a root, right? That is the privilege escalation. Then analysis and reporting further, means whatever the activities done till now, including all the VA exploitation, further post exploration methodologies. Okay, so proper reporting is also required, and once it is done, so need to perform the fixing, means patching. So that is the post fix verification, means once you have done that again, once you have done patching, then again at least implement some test whether that patching is working properly or not. So that is to verify that our security solution is working properly or not. So last and most important part of the any testing, penetration test or any analysis test, right? That is the reporting. Okay, so that reporting can help you, means everything if you have done or write a report, or you maintain any soft copy or hard copy of that, right? So in future any similar type of attacks or something has been identified, so industry people can take reference by their own test report and try to resolve them further. Report writing is also considered as an essential skill set into the industries, right? So that is the thing. Now, further in this part, what are the cyber security analyst skill set? Okay. If someone looking forward to become security analyst, what level of skill set or what technical skills a person should have, or analyst should have, or a professional should have, right? So that need to understand thoroughly. So, a person with a security analyst career is expected to be proficient in database handling, networking, and operating systems, and also have excellent soft skills as they need to communicate problems regarding security to the rest of the organization. Okay, so there are various areas, like, so anyone, for example, number of you people are nowadays studying in either computer engineering or information technology degree or diploma, right? So you are gaining sufficient knowledge about the various technology or various components which are part of this specific IT or computer engineering, right? It could be database, it could be programming, it could be networking, other OS related, okay, and many other areas you might explore during your further study in this part. So the basic things are there, but what are the weaknesses with all these areas? Okay, so that fundamental skill can create your base, okay, and further a core security skills you can develop, right, that can going to help you build your career in this cybersecurity domain or as a security analyst domain. So, first of all, candidates should have knowledge about the network traffic sniffing, then orchestrate the various network attacks, means level of network attacks they can have the skills to perform or test, right? After that, it is like exploit buffer overflow vulnerabilities, means try to identify whether the infrastructure is capable enough, okay, uh, in this vertical, okay, whether uh, sorry, it can be able to exploitable or not. Then SQL injection, SQL, that we know that it's a structured query language. So SQL injection, which is one of the most critical attack till now considered for any application security domain. Okay, if any web application or mobile application is vulnerable with this kind of weakness, that is SQL injection, then it might able or it might be getting targeted by any hacker, that they can destroy or corrupt or modify the entire database of the organizations. Okay, and database is all the essential thing for any application, right? So that is the reason the injection methodology is considered as the most critical and threatful for the any application environment. Then it comes about the password guessing and cracking. Okay, these are the usual things that we can perform for any standalone system or any network devices or any system or server in any network environment, right? So uh, to crack the password of that respective machine or device, or password guessing is the old technique. Still, at certain level, it can be possible if the people or their behavior is so predictable, okay, so that anyone can have easy guess that what could be the password set by the respective person. So that guessing is not the core thing, but at least you should have logical mind that with number of points you can be at least able to guess that what could be the possible password. So guessing and cracking, both cracking is a technical skill required, guessing is considerable non technical, but your analytical and logical mind is required in this part. Then session hijacking and spoofing and DNS spoofing. So these are some core and at surface level, which is the core things, okay, in the security domain. So these are the topics mentioned over, but there are the skill sets are more than this further required in the job role specifically. Now we have understand the number of things about what is the cybersecurity analyst, or how, what are the tasks they perform, or what is the requirement, or why industry required, and what are the skill set required, everything, number of fundamentals for becoming or requirement for the cybersecurity analyst, right, that we have seen. But what is the standard way or how to become the cybersecurity analyst? Okay, so let's discuss these points. So first of all, a person who is looking forward to build a career in this domain must have to learn cybersecurity fundamentals. Okay, cybersecurity fundamentals means ethical hacking. If you study, okay, that is one thing or one basic thing or fundamental thing we can consider. Okay, or many basic skill set you might also have further in your academic subjects as well. I think so there might be some CNS or CS subjects are there during your study in your college academic study. But yeah, they are also covering some certain fundamentals. There might be practical skill set will be less, but at least you should be aware with the number of concepts of the security fundamentals. So that is one thing. Second, practice the cybersecurity technical skills. Fundamentals is one thing, and now to implement them on real time, okay, specifically by performing some hands-on, okay. So that requires a proper practice to perform, or having a core hands-on skills in terms of any security fundamentals or some advanced level of security. maintaining activities, then earn a cyber security certificate. Now, this is one of the most important things. Okay, see, for example, you might have passionate about the computers or anything, right? And possibly the reason behind choosing the branch of computer engineering or computer science or IT, okay, that is because of this hobby or the nature of that people love to know about the computers, right? That is the one thing. But is it the thing that can help you? Maybe you explore number of things by your own, okay, by using any of the media. It might be YouTube, or it might be some blog or anything, so that you can gain number of technical skills. Even coding and everything nowadays are available, ready to use code available, okay, everything is available. But still we require degree, and that is the reason we all, I mean, I have also done my graduation, and you all are nowadays doing your graduation, either diploma or degrees, right, in this domain. That means we require some valid a valid certificate, okay, that claim or that can help us to claim our skills, right? So that in the cybersecurity domain, because it's a matter of security, industry requires a cybersecurity certificate that is mandatory. Okay. And this third point can help you, gain further about 2 points. Means when you go for any security certification program, okay, you will automatically learn advanced level of fundamentals as well as the advanced level of the security skills, and it always comes with the hands-on. So there are global certifications also there nowadays, right? That you can go, but global means it is not like any company is having office in out of the India and it could become the global certification. No, it requires certain criteria. Any organizer or any company which is providing security training, security certifications, okay, it must be accredited by governing councils or global governing councils, okay, so that industry can only accept the certification from such organizations, right? So that is the thing. So there are a number of ethical hacking, penetration testing level of certifications are there. Then this is the security industry. Okay, how we can be able to identify the security or perform the researching, right? So once you go through in this part, okay, so many organizations having different work areas, okay, and there for them there might be different security constraint, okay, so that we can be able to understand when we get deeper or go beyond in some points to understand the security fund beyond this uh, security skills, so that we can be identify that what type of industry needed the huge amount of security professionals. And lastly, once you have done proper research, then you can start applying for the job, right? It could be any cybersecurity job. Security analyst, one of the top position or one of the high in demand positions, right? So that anyone can able to go in this domain. Okay, now let me show you in this regards, like what are the things you can do of anyone looking forward to become security analyst. Okay, so from where to start? So let's say one thing I have to tell about the security organizations, right? So there is one organization name is a mile 2, which is security certification training and consulting company. So they have huge certification path. So this is a complete cyber security certification roadmap, okay, with all the different levels, okay. So like in India, ethical hacking is one thing people have in mind. Cyber security means ethical hacking, yeah, it is. But overall cybersecurity, when we consider, then ethical hacking is just 2 to 5%, nothing else, okay, of entire cybersecurity, because there are a number of more things also. Yes, it is your first step. You can start over your journey, right? And you can explore further yourself by enhancing your security skills, and then uh, you can develop your stronghold in this vertical. So like prevention role is all about, like it starts with the VA, that is vulnerability assessor, then professional ethical hacker, then penetration testing and pen testing consulting. Further, many people can go with the once they reach the level of penetration testing engineer, they can go with this analyst part, that is the cybersecurity analyst, CCSA level of certifications. So every domain, like anyone is looking forward and very much strong in the secure in coding, right? but they wanted to develop secure coding. So there is the different training vertical known as the CSWA. So on the cloud security, there is also CCSO. So all these are the global certifications that comes with all the training fundamentals and complete hands-on as per the industry demand. Okay, so practicals are designed as per the industry demand. Now, as I said about the any organization, you should understand about what accreditations they have or what is the validation they have. So, like for these examples, they have the accreditations from CNSS, that is Committee on National Security Systems, National Institutes for Cyber Security Carries and Study, that is NICCS, US Department of Homeland Security, means the Home Ministry of USA. This logo is belongs to FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is world's topmost intelligence agency. Okay, and based in USA. Then FDVA, that is Florida Veteran Affairs, and Department of Defense USA, that is the Defense Ministry of USA. Okay, apart from that, one of the top organization that is known as NIST, which develops the standards. The NIST full form is National Institute of Standards and Technology. Okay, so that organization is also accrediting the certifications. Now, one more thing, for example, FBI. Okay, as I said, one of the topmost agencies in the world, right? So you can see they also have published one file that is mentioning about the preferred degrees and work experience and extended certificates. Okay, so they also have number of certifications from mile 2. They consider that they can accept the professionals coming from forensic examiner or penetration testing or security analyst or secure web application profiles, right? Many other Cisco certifications also there, Microsoft certifications also there. So these are the global certification list that FBI also have published, that they accept the professionals having the skills in such domains. Okay, and even these mile 2 certifications you can see in all the tiers of the uh, domain. All these three tiers, you know, there are the various total 14, 15 certifications belong to mile 2 in the part. So that is the thing. Now you can see that job perspective, let's say. So easy. Okay, fourth point, that is about the research. Here you can see what we have discussed, the research about the security industry, right? So when you try to search from these keywords like cybersecurity analyst jobs in India or jobs in abroad or in global or in general, right? Not any specific territory or geography, but in general, if you looking forward to identify, so that you can see there are a number of companies having this position name as a cybersecurity analyst, right? There is Arcadis, then Ford. We know that even Ford is hiring since a long, okay, for the security analyst. Even the mile 2, because my organization, that is the Devam Technologies, and this is our website. So we are the authorized training and certification partner with this mile 2 in the central Gujarat territory, okay, including Vadodara and surrounding 2 3 districts also. So we continuously getting the number of requirements raised by the mile 2 India team, the India team sending us the vacancies information with various organizations. So among them there was this Ford also. Then this RGF is also hiring the security analyst. Accenture, one of the top most IT company in the world. Then Citrix is also the renowned company in this domain. Then Wipro, our own Indian brand in IT domain. Then Society Generale, that is also big MNC. Travelex, NetApp, Nissan Motors, you might know that senior position they require security analyst. Okay, but here you can see their posting. Okay, like the Securonics have posted their jobs 26 days ago and still they are hiring. Okay, many company have recently posted, many company have posted more than 20, 25 days, 30 days, month ago also, right? Right, even the Visa is also hiring security analysts. So these profiles are not bind with any specific domain or not only for IT companies. Okay, these positions required for all the level of. Here you have seen some companies belongs to banking, some companies belongs to technology, some companies belongs to automobile industries also, right? Then here, see, even the Bangalore City Police also recruits the cybersecurity professionals, right? Because you know that nowadays every districts have their cyber cells, okay, and the state respective state governments also hiring the professionals. It may be on contractual basis, it may be on permanent basis, but they required the team of security professionals to deal with any kind of cyber crimes. Okay. Then this Ernst and Young, okay, is also one of the good organization, right? Then Amex, that is American Express, which is similar organization as the Visa and Mastercard. So Amex card, like credit debit cards, okay. Then here it is for Walmart, okay. Walmart also nowadays in India, means if you guys have proper idea or have heard about that, Flipkart has been taken over by the Walmart management. General Electrics is another recruitment from the Bangalore City Police. 7-Eleven is also nowadays operations running in the Indian domain. Right? Even Barclays is one of the renowned financial company or banking company over the world. Right? So everywhere they require. So this is some keywords, but further you can search based on security analyst, SOC analyst, senior analyst, right? So all these are the different similar tags, right? Security analysis is not any specific learning. A cyber security with certain testing mechanism like penetration testing and others, okay, that positions people or certificate people can also go to in this domain, right? Ultimate thing is that we have discussed about, for example, that you should have to earn a cyber security certificate, means it should be renowned certification which can be accepted globally, that can help you to make your entry point in any industries further. Like let's say for example, how industry can identify about the certificate. So this is one of the sample certificate I can show you. This certificate earned by me, that is my certificate in the information system security officer, CISSO. I have done last year only in December. So this certificates is labeled with number of renowned governing councils logos, right? So including the FBI, including the CNSS, NIST, NICS, right? So that makes it a global impact. Okay, and world's almost 80 plus countries, these certifications are valid. Okay, so for example, if I travel across or I, further, go from India to another country, if I'm looking forward to settle, if I get the visa and I go that, right? So to get a job, okay, I can use this certification in almost 80 plus countries, right? That means it identifies their global presence. So study, because nowadays you can see there are on the social media there are number of individuals, okay, with their name. For example, if I started certificate by my name, okay, so Mayank Pandey, I can create my page and start selling, okay. But industry don't know Mayank Pandya, okay. No, I have worked in the industries, okay. Earlier I have 9 plus years of experience also with the various companies, including the Reliance as well in India, right? But I'm not building my identity specifically to sell the certifications, right? But many others nowadays selling video courses and others, right? But industry is not judging your skills based on that in which course you have subscribed. Industry is looking forward that because you have to clear the exams, the global certification exams. Once you clear, then and then it can open up your gateways further into the industries. Right? So security, become security analyst or become any security professional, having all the various stages, but that always start gradually. You have to move on and achieve one by another things, okay. You have to earn some global certifications, yes. Your degree is also important role, okay, because it's your fundamentals, it's your base, okay. And further then you can sharpen your skills by this industry oriented certifications program. So that is a different thing. Now, like we have see a lot of things about this security analysis and others, but what is the security analyst or how they earn, right? So a pen tester or security analyst or IT analyst or whatever you can in general for terms of security domain, right? So this count I have identified from that specific certification, that is cyber certified in cybersecurity analyst, can make an average annual income of $80,074. Okay, this annual income. So in Indian currency it could be a large, but also when you talk about on an average income, you can search with the payscale.com and you can refer any specific India location, let's say Bangalore or Mumbai or somewhere, right? Or overall in India. Okay, so it can give you on an average starting pay scale around 6 to 7 lakhs per year, right? So these are high in demanded jobs, okay, for which industries are desperately searching for the professionals, okay, and there is a huge gap also, right? Why I can say this, that also you can see these are the job postings come with the various portals and can easily search by the Google search. But when you go with the some specific, let's say that is about the jobs, you can search from this keyword in LinkedIn, right? So LinkedIn also show you almost a number of jobs also listed over here. There also you can see this Wipro requirement, ABB, which is there in Bangalore, also in Vadodara, then IKEA, then MNR Solutions, Society Generale, with all the different job positions. AT&T, it's a telecom company, Greenway, then and so on. So almost 2025 results per page, and it is going more than 40 plus pages. Even on this, you can search from our renowned India job portal, that is the Naukri.com, right? So individual, so this is the just based on the keywords. When you general search cybersecurity jobs, this count may be three times or more time, four times more than this, right? So that is the thing. So industries are, as I say, badly looking forward for to fill up their positions, and the main concern is that about the certifications that industry is looking forward, that candidate having must having the specific skills along with the genuine and global certificate or certification done, right? So those certifications help recruiters to search the candidates. Okay, they can easily filter out the professionals. Okay, for example, someone looking forward that I require security professionals based on CPT, that is the pen testers. So CPT is the mild to certification, certified penetration testing engineer, and if they search, they can easily identify the people in the LinkedIn, those who are certified with this, right? So all these results can be easily identified for them. So recruiters can further try to explore that our company is looking forward, matching with your criteria. Are you looking for a job change, something, right? So obviously those who are certified and they are now in high demand. Okay, so their existing company will try to retain them. Another company badly looking forward them, try to give them a huge hike to adopt them from one organization to another organization. So almost ongoing 46, almost 100 plus results are that you can easily search that industry professionals who have done the penetration testing certificate, and now they are in renowned companies working. So as the security analyst and others, so they persist with the specific skills, like, so to become security analyst, okay, if you have this penetration testing done, that is sufficient skill set you have on, okay, that you can apply further into the industries to start a job, right? So this is about the pay scale part. Now, as I said, security domain is not bound with any single position, not only with ethical hacker, not only with penetration tester, not only with security analyst, but there are number of positions with different skill sets required into the security domain. So here you can see pyramid structure specifically. So entry level, mid level, senior management, and top management, right? So everywhere there are number of positions like security specialist, security consultant, security administrator, incident responder, ethical hacker, pen tester, security analyst, forensic experts, vulnerability assessor. Okay, so all these are the considerable as an entry level of jobs. Further in there, based on the experience on mid level, it could be like incident response, security and asset management, security architecture, policy positions, developers, right? Then further on senior management, it could be security director, deputy chief information system security officer, and security manager. and at top level it could be CISSO, means Chief Information System Security Officer, CISO, CISSO. Okay, so these are industry to industry. The position name could be differ. Okay, but they all are having some specific skill set, right? As I said, ethical hacker have certain level of skill sets, pen testers having certain more than the ethical hacker, right? Then forensics having completely different vertical. Okay, they have security skills, but analyzing and further identifying on the criminal activities, right? Means researching and analyzing or investigation perspective. Then managerial cadre, so these are the CISSO, CISSM. Many organizations require security auditing, so security auditor certification path is also there. Cloud security level, there are CCSO are also available, certified cloud security officers. So they only have the development or knowledge skills on infrastructure as well as specifically on cloud domain along with security. So every job positions having some dedicated skill set required. Okay, but all starts with the fundamental. Okay, you cannot jump off from any basic learning to directly on any other top level of certifications, right? It always require, we have to step by step complete the journey or continue being journey, because security is the thing which never going to be closed, this domain. Okay, in demand will be going to increase but not going to reduce, right? Because as technology changes, first thing always comes in mind, that is about what is the security in this technology, simple, right? And further dedicated security professionals required. Cloud nowadays become, uh, high in demand after this COVID era, right? So as the high demand rises for cloud security professionals also, so that is the thing. These are other some coolest jobs in cybersecurity domain. So digital forensics examiner or analyst, penetration tester, application pen tester, security operations SOC analyst. Okay, so these all these three we can, you can consider as analyst position. Then cyber defender is also a certain level of analyst profile. Then incident responder, this is something different vertical, but further you can also explore with the analyst profile. Then security architecture, secure software developer CSWE, then malware analyst and technical director. So this is the top positions, right? So these are all the different verticals in the security domain. Okay, and obviously highly in demand for the industries now. So this is about the for the today's session. So if you guys have any query, we can be open up for the questions and answer sessions. Okay, so if you have any query, you can ask directly or you can raise your questions in chat box so we can be able to address them. This is our application on Android platform, a learning app from my organization, that is Devam Technologies. Number of security contents, ebooks, PDFs, everything you can get free of cost from our applications as well. And also I am into this certified cybercrime intervention officer. So if you guys facing any security issues, something, so you guys can connect to me as well in our domain. Yeah, so anyone is having any questions, something?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, due to lack of time, students can't ask question, but I will mail you 2 to 3 questions of student. So can you reply on mail?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So three student have question, but due to lack of time, we have to end this session.
Okay, okay, no worries. So thankful to all of you for arranging this session
So
and
I will
thanks
mail
for the
you question
knowledge.
list.
Sure, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful session. I hope students have gained knowledge after this session. And I would like to thank to Jatin Vaidya, sir, head of our institute. And I would also like to thank to our head of department, Mrs. Poonam Faldu, ma'am, and head of IT department, Mrs. Vidita Patel, ma'am, for their guidance and support. Thank you all students for attending the webinar and thank you so much sir. for giving us your valuable time. Now we are concluding this session. Thank you, everyone.